Alright guys, so got the 125 for the 125 build I was talking about in the last video. So the plan is to race it at Rockhampton for the King of Capricorn, but since I've looked at it, it's only 2 weeks away and I'm a little bit stressed now. She's a bit cooked. It's a 2011 model, so it's not that old, but it's just got sort of bits and pieces everywhere that sort of needs to be fixed up. Like obviously tyres and stuff is always going to have to be done, but I think I'm going to need pretty well replace all the levers and stuff because everything's just a little bit loose and sketchy and that just flops around. The fork seals are gonna, forks are gonna need service and they're cooked. But the worst thing I think, I gotta figure out what's going on here. I was like, if I just shake the handlebars, it feels like the whole bike is flopping around. So I really wanted to get out and ride it and test it as I picked it up. I'm a little bit scared it'll even stay together. And then the rest of the video we'll pretty well just bring it back, strip it down, clean it up, see what else it's got to get done. Hopefully the list isn't too long, but I'm not overly confident on that. I've never done a bike build before. I honestly haven't done too much mechanical stuff at all, so it's going to be cool to learn it. Just pull it down and see what we come up with. Everything feels so loose on it. I wonder how long till that clutch is going to fall off. Even I feel weird, just kick. I feel bad for that. I think it's going to go. Wasn't even close to start. Alright, that was unexpected. Gotta go old school and check the plug. Feel like Dad from back in the day. Check on plugs and stuff. Looks like there is so much build up on that. I don't really know what I'm looking at, but I know it's not meant to look like that. Oh well, I think I'll have to strip it before we ride it. So obviously hit a snag, the bike didn't actually start today, which I wasn't expecting at all. I don't know why I didn't think of that, but it was definitely a possibility. But I'm excited to get into it, just start it. So figured the best place to do it is my old man's shed. Doing a bike build out of my van is probably not ideal. So got it here in Dad's shed, lockdown, perfect time. Honestly have no plan. More I go over it, wheel bearings are wrecked, clutches honestly just fall off. Everything's pretty wrecked on it. So it's going to be a bit of a mission, but I'm keen to just start. Might pull the carby apart, get the spark plug out and start there to see if it goes. But yeah, we'll get into it. Chucky's on the tripod and we'll just start.
And that's what you got to do as a defending champion, a 9-time champion. And I said, ooh, when things aren't going your way, I'ma get a half of the town and move. We be throwing out this in Kalamazoo. Thinking I went platinum the sound of the room. And people gonna be tracking me down with the truth. Oh no, that's true. Oh no, we don't lose. Oh no, we get loose. Oh no, how about you? My car broke down on a steep road. Looking up as pops why meet though. But the ox still in with the beat though. So I stepped outside and had a free show. Like, don't understand nothing like that.
Don't really know what to do next. Alright, so stripping it down, super simple. Got it down, just want to pretty well clean it up as is there. Clean all the engine up a little bit, get the carby out maybe and clean it up. It doesn't look too bad, it looks pretty nice and clean, so that's a good thing obviously. So the engine should be sweet because I think they said it wasn't too long ago that it was rebuilt. So really from this stage I think I'll clean it all up, check out some bearings and stuff like that. Hopefully the bearings aren't too wrecked, but like obviously it's all just stuff like this. Like there's not actually a bolt in the clutch, so that sort of stuff's all got to be replaced. But at least feels like I've got a little bit of a start on it now. Alright, so got the carby off. Like I said, it doesn't look too bad. It looks like there has been a little bit of dust or something get through, but not too bad. It's not gritty sand or anything, just looks like a little bit of dust might have got through, but yeah, don't have the budget to rebuild it, so hoping she's all sweet. Just going to clean it out. Alright, thinking I gotta take off all these hoses, but a little bit hesitant because I'm gonna have no idea how to put them back, but oh well, just gotta do it. Okay, so day 2, got it all stripped down now, so gonna give it a bit of a clean, then I'll go right over it and put my parts list together. Alright, so it's looking way too good from a distance. I need to show you guys what I'm actually dealing with here. Everything's just covered in oil and pitted and stained. So it's going to be a mission, but I'll put in some work, I guess. Alright, it's looking better and better. So what I'm doing with my build is I don't want to go crazy with money. I want to keep it pretty cheap and basically just get the most bang for my buck, I guess. Like spend the least amount of money to make it look the sickest. So plastics, backyard design, graphics, and then just clean up and fix like whatever it needs to be. Just make it fun. Doesn't have to be like the most blinged out thing, but just something that I can ride and like have a ball on, and just race the boys, because I haven't ridden a 125 forever, but sand track like Rocky, I'm assuming you're just going to hold this thing wide open. Got a massive big set of rollers there, so I can't wait to race it. But need to keep into it, get the parts list and stuff sorted, because yeah, I've got, like I said, I think it's 2 weeks pretty well until the race, and it doesn't actually go yet, but I'll keep at it. Heaps of helpers. Do you like my bike?
Yeah.
Is it broken?
Yeah. Whoa, there's no seat.
Yeah, there's no seat, there's no fuel tank.
Yeah.
You can't even ride it, hey?
Yeah. Oh, behind you. Huh?
You gonna help me?
Yeah, behind you.
Alright, so going over a bit of a parts list. It's not too crazy, but there's going to be a bit. So start at the top. So levers, I'm going to replace both levers. the front brake isn't too bad, but the clutch it sort of just fell off. It wasn't actually held on by anything, and like it's missing a bunch of stuff in it. So gonna replace that. Clutch cable, front brake line, throttle cable, throttle tubes all destroyed. And I think I'm gonna chuck some new bars on it, because these ones are a little bit bent, which honestly I was gonna run the bent bars, but I think I want a black set just because it'll look cool. So I'm gonna run a black set of bars. The forks need servicing because I think one of them actually has no oil in it, so that's not ideal. Radiators are good. Foot peg, as you can see, the foot pegs had a bit of a hit, so we're gonna have to replace foot pegs. Plastics, tires, chains, sprockets, just a lot of the normal sort of stuff. As overall, like wheel bearings and stuff are destroyed. There's you probably won't be able to see, but that shouldn't be able to move that much. There's like massive movement through the wheels, so hopefully the hubs aren't destroyed and it's just wheel bearings. Other than that, probably some brake pads, brake discs. So next step, I guess, because I just put in the order with Motorcycles R Us, those guys will get everything for me pretty quick. So next step for me, I got to figure out whether I've got the time to go ahead and polish everything up, because the engine and whatever, it's pretty pitted and stained. Obviously it's been left a fair bit without washers and stuff, and it's just stained real bad, but we'll see how much time I get to put into that stuff. But I want to go through all the bearings, like swing arm, linkage bearings, obviously headset, wheel bearings, everything, and make sure that I don't need to order anything else. But it is a little bit clunky, so I feel like something down there is destroyed or rusted out. So I might have to order a couple more bearings. But for the most part, I think I'm just gonna start on something. I've got all these, went to Bunnings and hooked myself up with all these brushes and stuff. People are probably gonna have a heart attack when they see this, because I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just gonna have a crack at trying to clean the pipe up and stuff with these brushes, and maybe some of the engine. Hopefully I don't wreck anything. But that's the next step. I'm just gonna start trying to clean stuff and look at the bearings while I wait. Alright, so this is the aftermath of pulling out the linkage bearings. They are all rusted out, and one of the knuckle bearings was completely just like disintegrated. Not sure if you can see inside of that there, but it's actually destroyed the knuckle, not just the bearing, because it's gone all the way up and through. Yeah, so there's a better view. You can completely see it has destroyed the inside of that knuckle. And there is the aftermath of pulling apart the linkage. Too late to quit. So I stepped outside and had a free show. Life don't understand nothing like that. Tell me who else really running like that. Let me run it right back. Wait, let me stay low. I ain't standing like that. Hold up. Sun went down and the ride still spinning. I ain't got no kind of plan, I admit it. Looking like Birdman, how I'm gonna wing it. Mic turned off, but I'm still gonna sing it. Hey,